the war in the Middle East, one of the reasons security will be even tighter than usual at this year's Times Square New Year's Eve celebration. The war and the possibility of a lone wolf kind of terrorist means more cops than ever before at the scene. ABC's Aaron Katersky with a closer look at what we can expect this weekend. Aaron.
Bill, the NYPD is adjusting this year's New Year's Eve security plan based on two things. The first is the Israel-Hamas war that has created what the FBI has called a heightened threat environment, and it has brought more than 400 demonstrations to the streets of the city in recent months. Protesters, you'll remember, glued themselves to the Thanksgiving parade route, tried to disrupt the Rockefeller Center tree lighting. The mayor has said he expects they're going to try again. So NYPD Assistant Chief Josh Hart told Eyewitness News the security on Sunday night is going to be wider than in years past.
You will see additional resources on 6th and 8th Avenues to really, push our perimeter out, to make sure that there's a robust police presence out on 6th and 8th Avenue. And we've retooled many of the actual checkpoints to make sure that we have good level of manpower, but also how they're structured so that the officers can see everything well.
That's the second adjustment to account for the knife attack that injured 3 officers at a checkpoint on the Times Square periphery last New Year's Eve. Prosecutors have said the suspect, Trevor Bickford, intended to carry out jihad and specifically targeted police officers in uniform. That made the NYPD Intelligence Bureau question whether they might have missed something. So this year, they're going to be poking around in advance, looking for any oddities, people who might be doing their own surveillance of the setup or of the NYPD's movements. But remember, Bill, crowds have been gathering in Times Square to celebrate the new year in some form or other since 1904. So the NYPD has a long history of keeping the night safe, Bill.
And they have said before, Aaron, we know that. They said it to you, they said it to me, they said it to all the reporters, hey, it's going to be tighter than ever. You really get the sense this year that it's going to be. It's not just PR.
It isn't just PR, and the police are taking into account the possibility of disruptive demonstrations and that threat environment. That's real. The FBI director has talked about it repeatedly, that this heightened threat environment isn't just made up, and they don't want to be wrong. They can't afford to be wrong even once.